Thank you all. We made a very successful seminar today. Students delivered their presentations, their talks very nicely. We are very happy that they delivered their talks extempore. So my duty is to summarize what we have already discussed. So I shall take three concepts to conclude this discussion. These three concepts are karma, karma yoga, and karma sannyasa. I think all discussions can be covered by these three concepts. When we conceive karma, as Jagannatha sir said, it is different from event. In case of an event, what happens? A cause leads to the effect. Something is the cause and another thing is the effect, and we can understand an event with the relation between cause and effect. Okay, but this is involuntary. Here there is no human interference, there is no interference of a mind, there is no interference of a buddhi, there is no interference of a human intellect. It is mechanical, it is factual, it takes place according to the law of nature. Here, in case of an event, there is no question of responsibility, there is no question of accountability, there is no question of freedom. In case of a free choice, we can do an action otherwise. But in case of an event, it is mathematical, it is mechanical, it is programmed. It cannot be different. But in case of a free choice, we can act the same action differently according to the demand of the situation, because we are free. And whenever we use our freedom, we are responsible for our freedom. We use our freedom, that is our privilege, but we are responsible for our freedom, for our free action. So, voluntary action is a human possibility, it is a human privilege, but at the same time, man remains accountable for his own action, for his own freedom. Therefore, existentialist philosophers say man is condemned to be free because man suffers from his own freedom. But Indian culture does not say that. Indian culture says man is blessed with his freedom. Because, as Madam said, that man can make his own destiny. You are the maker of your own destiny. You can build your future. You can shape your future. You can choose your action. And accountability is not bad. Man should be accountable. If there is no accountability, there is no morality. Accountability is there because there is a sense of morality. If you are not accountable, if you are not responsible, then there is no question of some being good or bad, moral or immoral. So karma is voluntary. Karma is intentional. Karma is not accidental. Karma is not incidental. Karma is intentional. We intend to do something either this way or that way. And naturally, we shall be responsible for our action. So, whenever we are exercising our freedom, we should aptly accept the responsibility. That is how we can claim that we are rational. Irrational persons may not accept their responsibilities. They will get married, but they will not take the responsibility of a family. Whatever do action, whatever great work you do, but you cannot neglect your family because the course of action you have chosen in a particular station of life, you cannot avoid that responsibility. Even if you do jagya, even if you do charity, even you are a very good speaker and you are going to different universities to deliver talks, but you are very good in college duty, but at the same time, you cannot neglect your family responsibility because by choice you have chosen it. So that is karma. Karma means there is a sense of accountability. And regarding asakti, regarding attachment, that is said that if something is done, it must have its result. This is law of karma. You can't say that an action will fail to yield the result. An action will have its result. Result will follow the action automatically, even if you wish or not. So result is a must. Karma phala is a must. If karma phala will not be there, then karma will be an event. So karma phala must be there, and you have to accept the karma phala. If karma phala will be not there, then it will violate the law of karma. Because the law of karma says that every action has its equal and opposite reaction. Every action has its result. So we have to accept this law of karma. We have to accept this hard reality that whenever I do an action, a consequence must follow the action. But the problem is our psychological attachment. If something will follow its own course of action, then why should I be attached with the phala unnecessarily before it comes? When time will come, phala will come. Why I am worried before time? Why I should undress myself before I see the river? This is the logic. So consequence must follow. Everybody knows because this is law of karma. But why I am suffering mentally? Why I am psychologically so much attached with the phala? This is bad. This hinders our moral progress. This hinders our spiritual progress. Because our mind is so programmed, it cannot be attentive to two things at the same time. Our mind is so programmed. So our mind can be attentive to only one thing at one time. So if my mind is engaged in the follow, in the result of my action, at the same time, my mind cannot be engaged in the further course of action. It's very practical. Mind cannot observe two objects. Suppose you are watching TV. On the TV screen, you cannot watch minutely you observe, you go and practice today. You either you are hearing the audio or you are visualizing the dance. You cannot do both at the same time, but it appears that you do both. Either you focus on the dance or you focus on the audio, but you cannot do both at the same time. When you focus on the audio part, you miss the dance part. But your mind is so sophisticated, so much organized, very quickly you can synthesize both one after another. But if you will go to deeper analysis, you will find that no, my mind is attentive only to one. When you are minutely focusing on the notes of the music, then you are missing the other parts. Now, when I am teaching you, I miss many things, though I see. My eye is very much engaged, but I don't see. My eye is open, but I don't see. So, mind is programmed in that way. So, when in the karmic situation, either my mind will be focused on a karma or in result. What should be? What should be the duty of my mind? How should I use my mind? I should use my mind in a karma, not in a duty. Not in a duty. Why? Sorry, I should focus on karma, not in phala, not in result. Why? If I focus on the result, then my mind will be absent, or my mind will neglect, or my mind will be disengaged from the concerned duty, the present duty. That means in that case, I am absent in the present. I am absent in the present. What should be my position? I should be very much present in the present. 90-80% people they remain absent in the present. Either they remain present in the past or they remain present in the future. Therefore, that is the cause of the stress of mind. That is the cause of all types of suffering. We fail to remain present at the present. So, karma doctrine says you remain present in the present means you always focus on your karma. Because you don't have any time, you do not have any instrument, second instrument, which can be engaged with the phala. Suppose I have two minds, so I shall deploy one mind for karma, another mind for results, or many minds for results. You go Puri, you go to Nagar, you go to Aurukala, be engaged with different phalas. No, I have only one instrument. That mind should be meditative by nature. That is meditative by nature, and it can meditate only at one thing at one time. As one person can remain present at one place at one time. Similarly, mind can be attentive at one thing at one time. Then we have to choose whether my mind will focus on karma or the phala. Those who are good people, those who are karma yogi, those who love action, those who are real performer, doer, they love action. They like to engage their mind in karma, not in result. Because there are many side effects if our mind will be engaged in the phala. Even people commit suicide because they fail to engage their mind in the present. They overthink about the past, and they over imagine about the future consequences which may happen, may not happen. Because consequence always take place in future, and future is always uncertain. So we many times we imagine future consequences according to our own way, and we get disturbed. So better we shall remain present in the present. Now principal called me, come to office and meet me. I told that I am now in a seminar, so I shall go after some time. Principal called me, therefore I shall go immediately leaving my seminar. No. Principal also said yes. Yes, you come after seminar. That means I am very much present in the present. This is karma. Karma means I should focus my duty. My principal called, therefore I shall leave this. This is not the protocol of the seminar. Protocol of the seminar says nobody can leave the seminar. At least the president cannot leave the seminar without concluding it. It has its own protocol. Okay. So I can meet you after 10 minutes, after 5 minutes, after 30 minutes. If it is so urgent, then that is something different. So karma means, suppose you need oxygen. Is it that is a balance account that no, keep it and give me oxygen tomorrow or the evening? No, oxygen is required immediately. It has no credit system. Immediately I need oxygen. So oxygen is given to me, therefore I survive. There is blood circulation, there is heart beating, everything is normal in my body, therefore I am living normally. Similarly, karma is the immediate response of a human being. So whenever we are doing karma, we should take it very seriously. Number one. Number two, karma may be treated as a ritual in the religious sense in order to please the nature, because in the primitive age, people were nature dependent. They were, because they were nature dependent, they fear nature. When we depend upon somebody or something, we, we fear because we depend. Because they depend upon nature, they started worshipping nature. So in the course of worshipping, they they were bound to follow certain rituals. That is called karma kanda, is systematic karma. But that karma is bereft of the moral responsibility, because that is taken in as a token of worship. That is taken even suppose how God will be pleased. Now God will be pleased by the sacrifice. And what can be sacrificed? Now you can sacrifice not your rejected things, like giving basil to be beggar. God will be pleased by giving him your favorite, by giving your most whatever you like most. So people, even the ignorant people, they sacrificed their children, son, because son is very fond to me. My son is very fond to me. So whatever is fond to me, if I shall sacrifice that, then God will be pleased. So this was the nature of a karma, because it was taken as the sense of a worship. So in the Upanishadic period, what happened? People started to realize that without jnana, karma loses its direction. Karma is misguided. Karma is not purified. Karma is not done in the proper sense without proper knowledge. So we should know what we are going to do. So karma needs jnana. Okay. So Upanishad is jnana kanda. So karma and jnana are synthesized in the period of a Upanishad. So in Upanishadic period is the period of jnana. That does not mean at that time karma was not there. No, here karma is qualified with jnana. In the Upanishadic period, karma was na lipyatanare, na karma lipyatanare. What does it mean? That you do your karma, but you don't be attached with your karma. So the sense of attachment and detachment, the knowledge of attachment and detachment takes place in the period of a Upanishad. In the period of a Upanishad. That whether I am doing my duty or I am attached with my duty. Even if you do your duty, you should not be attached. Many people think only bad actions attach us. But even if you do good action, that also attaches. So attachment is accrued to both good action and bad action. Suppose you are doing a good action, but you have the sense of agency, you have the kartutva bhava, you are thinking that I am a great person, that I am giving charity to the poor people. then that is also the cause of a bondage. So good action causes bondage, bad action also causes bondage. Both good action and bad action cause bondage. Suppose you are doing good action, that action should also be done in the with detachment, with a detachment. So in the course of doing something, we are getting attached to our karma and its result. So by jnana, this attachment can be removed. We have to understand that isavasyam idam sarvam, that everything is perverted to God. So my karma also belongs to God. Everything can be submitted to God because Isha is all perverted. This is Gyan. If you have this knowledge, then you will develop a sense of detachment. So the very first verse of Upanishad says two things. In the first line it says that Isavasyam idam sarvam Jat kinchit jagadang jagat, jat kinchit, even the little things, even the minor things, everything belongs to God. Everything is perverted to God. There is not a place, there is not a space, there is nothing which is bereft of divine permanence. It is everything is perfect. And the second line says regarding detachment. Tena tektena vanjitaha. If everything belongs to God, isavasyam idam sarvam, then what should be your attitude? Your attitude should be the tena tektena vanjitha. Vanjitha means attachment. Vanjitha means you enjoy. There is no problem in enjoyment. You enjoy this world but with a sense of a detachment. That means you get attached with the sense of a detachment. So this knowledge was given to people who were engrossed with karmic rituals, that you at least understand this. Blindly, dogmatically don't perform your actions. So jnana, karma backed with jnana leads to the sense of detachment. Okay, so now we shall apply this method formula to karma. How? I shall do my action. Pragya said that every moment is a moment of a karma. We cannot escape karma at any moment. All the time, even not doing a karma is also a karma. I shall take a rest. That is also karma. I shall not do anything. That is also karma. So there is no escape from karma. So karma should be done, but karma should be done with the sense of detachment. We just applied that principle. We shall enjoy this world, but with the sense of detachment. Similarly, we shall do all actions with the sense of detachment. Detachment from what? Detachment from three things. Because karma has three aspects. Sanjay said in the very beginning, karma, karta, and karma phala. So we shall develop detachment from karma itself. From karma itself. That means we should not think that this is small karma, this is bad karma. Therefore, in our culture, king does chera pahara in Ratha Yatra, sweeps, king sweeps. King does the duty of a Sudra. That means karma has no karma is karma. Karma has no, we can't say that this is small karma and this is bad karma. Even I, many times in the absence of all of you, today also, I have arranged all this bench, I arranged all these things for seminar. Many times I sweep this room, many times, because not that I am HOD and I shall not do, my colleagues will do, or colleagues will not do, then the students will do. If nobody is there to do, then it will not be cleaned. No, No small work. It is not that the husband will not cook in the family. It is not that. So all karma, so karma is worship. Karma is worship means karma is not small or bad, small or big. Karma is not that this is I shall do this karma. So this type of thinking should not be there. Okay. Similarly, I should be detached from the agency, sense of agency, katrutva bhava, that I am doing. I know that I am doing. But if I shall hang over on that thought that I am doing, I am doing, I am doing, I am doing, then that will disturb the flow of action. I cannot do my action properly because I have a psychological bias that I am doing, I am doing, I am doing. Though I am doing, I should not remember that, remind that all the time in the course of doing an action. Similarly, I should be detached from the consequence. That is also a must. Consequence must follow the action. So why should be I be attached with action? That does not mean from this, that does not mean, as somebody asked the question, that how niskama karma is possible. That does not mean that there will be no phala. There will be no result. There will be result, but I will not be attached. There will be agent, but I will not be attached. There will be karma, but I will not be attached. If we develop this tendency in doing my karma, that is called karma yoga. That is called karma yoga. Karma yoga means the discipline in karma. That you should perform your action in such a way which can help you for self transformation, so that you can be yoga with the divinity. You should act in such a way that there will be addition in your personality, there will be addition in your culture. That is called yoga. That means my jiva, my limited consciousness should be merged with the infinite consciousness in different ways, and when it is done through karma, that is karma yoga. And how is it possible? Now when I am doing karma in the sense of a niskama, in the sense of a niskama. Niskama karma has 5 principles. Number one, that I should do my karma without the sense of agency, without the sense of agency, without kartrutva bhava. Number one. Number two, I should do my karma in the sense of duty, in the sense of duty, or in the sense of a jagya. Number two. Number three, I shall dedicate my action for lokasangraha, for the welfare of all. Whatever I do, I am not doing for myself, I am doing for the whole society. My personal work is a social work. When I am doing for lokasangraha, I am escaped from all sins. Because it is for lokasangraha, jana kalyana. When there is kalyana, there is no sin. Because a sin cannot promote any kalyana in society. So the third point. Fourth point, that I should act freely. If I am not free, I cannot have any niskama karma. I should exercise my freedom while performing my action. So freedom is another criterion of niskama karma. And the last one, the fifth one, is that I should dedicate my action to God. That I am nimitta matra. I am simply an instrument. I am whatever I am doing, whatever I am thinking, whatever I am feeling, my cognitive, cognitive, affective faculties are dedicated to God. I am doing everything in a sense of a samarpana, in the sense of a dedication. If all these 5 disciplines are maintained in karma, then the ordinary karma becomes a karma yoga, becomes a karma yoga. So karma yoga means the art of doing karma, the art of doing karma. Did you get me or not? So karma is natural. Karma is a must. But the way you do your karma, that invites your bondage or liberation. Whether you are bound by your karma or you are liberated by your karma, that depends upon the nature of action that you are doing. In which way you are doing the same karma. The same karma can be performed with a sense of sakama by somebody, and the same action can be done with a sense of niskama by another person. This is niskama karma, and this is karma yoga. In very briefly, I am saying. Then what is karma sannyas? Karma sannyasa does not mean that you will abandon all karma. In the 18th chapter, there is beautiful distinction between tyaga and sannyas. Tyaga and sannyas. Tyaga means the renunciation of the result, that you sacrifice the result, that you forget the result, you are free from the attachment of the result. But when we think of sannyasa, that you are absolutely free from the karma itself. But so many times it is misunderstood that if we sacrifice karma, then we have nothing to do. That means that means we are karma free. No, karma is necessary. Number one, karma yoga is necessary, because that otherwise we shall be in bondage. But if there is a need for karma, then the disciplines of karma will be required. Suppose you are in service. Then you have to follow, you have to abide by the disciplines of that institution. Suppose you get retirement, then there is neither karma nor its disciplines. After retirement, when I shall go home, then there will be no institution and no discipline. My point is clear or not? Whenever I am in service means karma. But in service, many people also do not do their duties. They are getting salary, but they are not doing their duties. Then karma yoga means if you are in service, in whatever department, you have to follow the disciplines of that department. This is karma yoga. But mentally you should be ready that when a retirement time will come, I am ready to get sannyasa from both this institution and the disciplines. What happens? Many people want that retirement age should be 65, or I shall never retire for my service. I shall go on doing my service and getting my salary till my death. This is your attachment. How can we understand in our life? In our life, there are 4 ashramas: brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha, and sannyas. In the now you are all in the period of a brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means you should be very much attentive for you should be very much attentive for something creative. Brahmacharya means this much. That means you should not do any action, you should not engage your mind in anything that will destroy your energy, neither your vital energy nor your mental energy. So you will preserve your energy in the time of a student, and you will do the dharma of a brahmacharya. Okay. So, but after that you will enter into the period of a grahastha. In the grahastha period, you should be free from this brahmacharya discipline. Because if after getting married, if you will say no, I shall remain as a student, Rudra, I am also telling you, in a grahastha period, you have a separate discipline. You have a separate responsibility. There, as much necessary, you have to use your brahmacharya. That means you have to use your energy, your vital energy and mental energy for the promotion of the family and the betterment of the society. At that time, you have to be free from the attachment of the life of a brahmacharya. Brahmacharya is good, but that is good for a particular time. That is not so much fruitful, so much practical in Grahastha period. So Grahastha period has a time limit. Suppose your son get married, a daughter-in-law came to home, you have to hand over your key. Many times I have seen in many family, the mother-in-law asked the son, daughter-in-law, today what we are going to cook? Who are you to ask this question? Give him the key of the kitchen. Rather, you say, whatever you will cook, we shall take it. We shall take it happily. No, she will never hold the responsibility. Even the husband wife will go for a tour, then the mother-in-law is upset. Why did you go for such a long time? Where you have gone? So such type of that means the mother-in-law is not free from his grahastha attachment. Grahastha vasana is not existed in mother-in-law. Therefore, the people at the age of 70, they get engaged in Facebook with the bad chattings. They behave like young people because that vasana is not existed in them. They feel that they are doing their duty properly. They are impressing others. Therefore, after grahastha, because the grahastha period is a very long period, you are being attached with many things. So suddenly you cannot enter into sannyas. So therefore, that is a training period between grahastha and sannyas. That means half a grahastha and half a detachment. Slowly, slowly, you will learn the art of detachment. That is the period of a vanaprastha. And finally, all the vasanas, all the attachments will be exhausted, and you will live a life of a sannyasa. Similarly, when there is no need of doing a karma, understand? When there is no need of doing a karma, don't do it. This is karma sannyas. When you are not asked to speak, or asked to do this job, don't do this. Okay, because that is rajaguna. If you are not asked but you are doing, that means you are exposing your rajaguna. What is sattvic? Sattvic means I am ready to act, ready to do this. If I am assigned, I shall do. If I am not assigned, she is doing, he is doing. I am not so eager to do the duties of all. Okay, so I should take rest also. The entire day I did my duties, but at the time of sleep I should sleep. That means I should have a sense of detachment from not only from the phala but also from the karma itself. Did you get my point or not? Jagannath sir will say, I shall take my class, and when Rudra will call me, I shall take his class. When Brahma sir will not come, I shall take his class. I shall take all classes. This is Rajagun. This is not Sattvic. Why? You should take rest. You should study the study materials. Whenever at the time of a rest, don't work. If you do that, then you are a patient. Many people we have seen that they will only clean the house daily, daily, daily. That is a disease. The room is already cleaned. Don't go in cleaning the room. Don't do that. So you should not be too much attached with karma. Such people never want retirement from their service. Such people do not want death also. I shall live forever. I shall live for 100 years. I shall never die. No suffering will come to my body. This is bad. This is called a jara. This is a type of suffering. So I am a karma yogi. I am a karma yogi. And the same time, I know what is karma sannyas. If I am assigned, I shall do it in a very good way. If I am not assigned, I am not so much interested. This is karma sannyas. That means pratyahara. You are involved. At the same time, you should have the key to come back. I enter, and I can also come back. If you simply enter, and you do not know how to come back, then that is another type of attachment. So if there is a sense of detachment, so the nature of a karma is determined for the different stations of life. The karma that you are doing, that is not fit to you at this age. And I am asking to the old people, that is not your karma. Now you are grandfather. You do not do the karma of of your son. What son should do, you don't do. You have already done it. So this is karma sannyas. That means I can do my action, and also I am also free from my action. So with this, we understand the karma yoga, and the karma sannyas. So very beautiful session. I thank all of you for your best participation in this seminar. You participated very successfully, and next Wednesday we shall meet with another topic. Okay, thank you.